Hey, Cage Side Press, Jake Noecker here, and with me today, the Darce Knight himself, Kyle Daukaus, ahead of his main event title fight at Cage Fury 124. Kyle, my man, happy fight week, title fight on the line. How's it going?
It's going good, man. Camp was really good. We had a nice, very efficient camp, and I'm ready to go. I just had to cut some weight, and I'm ready to go.
That's what I was going to ask. Championship weight looking okay?
Yeah, of course. I'm actually a lot lighter than I was last fight, so it should be a lot easier and smoother weight cut.
Good to know. I had to ask because you were tweeting about
Yeah,
weight cutting a couple weeks ago.
yeah. It's rough, but hey, it happens.
Part of the game, man. Part of the
It
game.
is.
And, main event spot. This is your first main event in a long time, right? Like
Yeah.
since back in the old Cage Fury days. So
Yep.
you excited for that?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't realize I was the main event. I kind of thought that it was going to be a thing, just based off of I literally live 5 minutes away from
Yeah.
Parks Casino, so I figured it would be kind of like a hometown crowd main event kind of thing. But yeah, it's exciting. Kind of sucks though because I got to be there early, so I have to wait all night to fight. I'm not really a guy who likes to do that, so I like to just get in and get out and be done with it. But yeah, I mean, I'm excited.
So let's start with the home field advantage because you're training at Martinez BJJ and Parks Casinos in your guys' backyard. So how many people you guys bring in? You sell out all your tickets?
Yeah, dude, I sold like 45 tickets within I'm somebody that doesn't sell a lot of tickets. Like before I got to the UFC and all, when I fought for CFFC, I struggled to sell 25 tickets.
Okay.
So I was like, all right, like I sold like almost 50 tickets within the first 2 days of getting my tickets for this fight. And I've had people constantly hitting me up since I've gotten the tickets to buy them. And I said, dude, like I'm all out. You have to just buy them online. So I'm thinking there's probably like 70 to 80 people coming.
Well, me and my 6 to 8 friends will be there in support. So you make it 70 to 86 people. And
There you go.
a big part of your training camp and your life, obviously, is Chris
Yeah.
Daukaus, your brother. And a lot of people are wondering how Chris is doing off of his recent fight against Khalil Roundtree. So how is Chris? How is he holding up?
He's doing good, man. He's doing good. Obviously, this sport is kind of, it's very unforgiving in
It
certain
sucks.
areas. It does. It's hard. It's hard to say, but it's true. Especially losing four in a row. But again, he's losing to the top guys that he like. They're kind of throwing him at the top guys. But we've talked about things. Kind of think we need to take like a step back, see what's going on. Take some time off, let his body heal, let his body rest and whatnot. Focus on his weight cuts, make sure everything's cool with his weight cut as well, and just make sure that his walk around weight is good and that he's improving every day, and that the sole focus of camp isn't to lose weight or just focus on that, but kind of improve and take some time off. He's been a very busy fighter. Like
Yeah.
the guy's been fighting like crazy within the past like 2 or 3 years. So I think taking time off and fighting less will be more efficient for him outside of camp as well. Not only health wise, but it's also like improving his game planning and overall game.
And you kind of just touched on it, but I don't know if it's news or a rumor circulating, and I don't need you to give me any information. I'll talk to Chris separately, but some people are saying he might have been cut from the UFC, and just with the losses in that, what do you see is next for his career?
So as of right now, that is not true. There was a tweet I saw that was posted about it, but it's not true. So I don't know where they got that information
He's
from.
still with the UFC, is what you're saying?
Yeah, he's still under contract right now. But again, we have to talk to the matchmakers and just make sure everything's cool with taking time off or whatnot. Because, I talked to him and I was like, listen, like, I know you're still on roster and I know you want to take time off, but these guys are going to come up with short notice, like opportunities, like out of nowhere. That's how they are. That's how these guys are. They want guys to fill in spots. They know that guys that will fight, they're going to hit them up first. So I feel like that's going to kind of be his next options for the rest of the year. But I told him that we need to take the rest of the year off, kind of just heal up, and even maybe take another 6 months off after that, and just kind of relax and again just improve. Like this, he's getting older, not really like towards the end of his fighting age, but it's there. Like even for me, like I have another like 7-8 years and I'm done. Like for him, it's a little less than that. So I think he just has to focus on making sure it lasts and making sure that he stays in the UFC.
I mean, yeah, through his wins and losses in the UFC, he went up against dogs every fight.
Yeah.
So Yeah, Chris, man, take a break, come back stronger, and
Yeah, that's all.
we'll
That's all it is.
all be looking forward to it, my man. But glad to hear
Yeah.
he's doing well, and I'm looking forward to talking to him soon. And as far as Martinez goes, this is the first interview of yours I'm putting on Cage Side Press. So just kind of
Okay.
tell everybody who you're working with, who your partners are, what that gym's looking like.
Yeah. So obviously my brother has been training with me, helping me out. A lot of guys at the gym now. Ryan Appleby is a heavyweight who's drives down from Bethlehem. He's very good. He should be actually fighting on my card. I'm not sure if he's set to fight yet or that it's been announced or whatnot. There's been a little mix up with his opponent, but from as of right now, he's on the card. Mike Kennedy, Wild Mike Kennedy is another guy. He fights for Art of War coming up. Matt Turnbull fights for Art of War coming up as well. Kale Blindenbacher, he's from Onyx. He comes up and trains with us, and a couple of his guys are there as well. Yeah, we just have a good core group of guys that are actually committed to the sport. You know, the guys don't take time off. I mean, we're smart about training, but they're, you know, like I'm going to fight on Saturday, and then I'll be back in the gym on Monday helping these guys out that have fights coming up. And that's how it should be, you know, even if it's just me holding pads or me just kind of giving my 2 cents from afar if I have an injury or if I'm cut or whatnot, then, you know, I'm still in the gym and these guys are still in the gym trying to help me out. So we have a good core group of guys at the gym, and it's really good.
Dude, Turnbull and Cafaro, I'm excited for that one.
The trash talk is funny. I just hope they both know it's like a joke on both ends.
Well, I talked to Ryan and he likes Matt, so it's not like it's just for the fight, you know.
I saw the press conference. Press conference got a little hairy, but I mean, I hope they both hash it out after the fight, and I hope they both know that it's kind of just for build up for the fight.
I think so. It'll be a good one. Yeah. And then who's coming with you to be in your corner for this one? The usual?
The usual. My brother, Will Martinez, and then another jiu-jitsu guy that I always bring with me, Jim Morris.
Awesome, man. Looking forward to it. And you know, this is your second fight back since being with the UFC. Your Cage Fury return, big one. You got the buzzer beater submission first round over Gidron. Was awesome, man. And like, how good did it feel to be back and to be back in the win column in such a big way?
I mean, honestly, I wasn't really like too crazy about it.
You weren't. I saw you right afterwards. You were mellow.
I mean, like, I think that's just the mindset I have. I mean, it kind of annoys me the way that my mindset is throughout fighting. I'm never really satisfied with any of my victories, and not being satisfied with my like career, like as of right now in the UFC, like I'm still annoyed by that. So anything that's not a win there or a win like in an upper organization, I'm not going to be happy. Like I'll win the belt Saturday. I'll smile for like 6 seconds, and then I'll hand the belt off to somebody and be like, "All right, like we got to figure out what's next." Like even when when I was in the UFC, my 2 wins that I had there, I still wasn't like super excited. I think it's just my mindset, and that I am just like I'm hard on myself training wise, and I know the fighter that I am in the gym, and I need to be that fighter the same like in the cage as well.
So wow, man, that's a crazy mindset. So like the only wins you think you'd be really happy about are like these type of title fight wins in the bigger promotions, is what you're saying?
Yeah, like if I don't reach my goals, if I don't reach like my ultimate goal of being the best in the world, you know, even one day I get the belt for one fight and that's it, you know, like then I'm not satisfied with my career and whatnot. I mean, if I make enough money for my family, that's also very exciting. But mentally and the person that I am, I'm not going to be happy. But it'll kind of always dig at me.
I know it's your own personal goals, and this isn't going to mean much. But dude, being Cage Fury champion, hell, even being a Cage Fury fighter, UFC fighter, pretty badass, bro. Pretty badass from my perspective. So
it is having a belt like in the regional scene at the top tier of, you know, the East Coast like regional scene. It opens a lot of opportunities for you, and it's very exciting to get that belt on Saturday, and again open the doors that it did prior when I won, you know, back in like 2019 I think it was, or 2018. So
and you're taking on Gregg Ellis, middleweight champion. I saw him fight in person. He's a good dude. I've talked to him a few times. What are your thoughts on him, man? I think this is going to be a very good fight.
I think he's very well rounded. I think I mean, I don't know. I don't want to say lazy. I think he's not lazy as far as like style wise. I think he's just very efficient in mixing everything up and not overexerting himself. His last 2 fights that he had, I think Trouble when he fought Trouble just had like a bad showing. I think Trouble should have beaten him, but I think Trouble just had like a bad night. As far as him fighting for CFFC for his last fight, I think he looked good. I think he put the pressure on Beard and he hit Beard with like one overhand, and I think it was the first round. And ever since that, like it changed the whole perspective of the fight. Yeah. He's very good. He's very efficient against the cage as well. He's got very, very good takedown defense. So obviously, you know, with my kind of style, I have to make sure that I can get in and take him down. But, you know, I might go out there and stand with him for 4 rounds and try to beat the shit out of him standing up. But, you know, you never know what's going to happen. But I'm excited for it. I think he's a very good opponent. I think it'll be very, very dominant in my side of the scoring. And I should be able to get him out of there within the first 2 rounds.
His last fight against Donovan Beard. Donovan Beard's my boy, by the way. Sends me.
Yeah,
we're Instagram DM meme buddies. It's funny, but he looked great the whole fight, and then that last round, Donovan Beard the gas tank
put it on him.
Yeah, out wrestled him. Yeah.
If I think if it was a 5-round fight, that he might have been able to finish him in the 5th.
That's right. It was in the 4th because Cage Fury's
they do the 4 and then one more. Yeah, but I agree. Even in the start of the 2nd round, Beard put a lot of pressure on him, and he started to like fade a little bit. But then Beard stopped putting the pressure on him, and then he kind of gained that confidence back. But with me, I'm not taking a step back. I can't take a step back in this fight. I have to go forward and be dominant and get him out of there as quickly as I can.
And so you're predicting inside of 2 rounds. Is there something, I mean, without giving too much away here, is there something specific you're seeing that you can capitalize on, or I don't know.
I mean,
give me a little prediction.
I believe so. Very confident in my ability. You know, I'm very confident in the fighter that I am. I know, you know, having the camp that I've had, I'm very excited to go out there and perform and to show people some stuff that I haven't really shown before. And I think it's going to throw a lot of people off, but I'm going to go out there and get the finish.
And I mean, winner of this fight, UFC or, you know, PFL or something, right?
I mean, I would hope so. Bellator and the PFL have that merger going on soon.
Yeah.
So I'm not really sure if they're kind of signing guys or whatnot. I did see that they just had a middleweight fight for the PFL last week. So I don't know if that's like an introduction that they're going to have of the division. If not, if they want to sign me at 205, I'd more than gladly, you know, sign and fight at 205 and get in the next year's tournament. But there are rumors, again, I've heard a ton of people say that there's rumors of UFC in Atlantic City this December or something like that.
That's I'm not really sure. Hearing something like that.
I haven't heard anything like specific. I've just heard guys like talking about it. That would be ideal to just get on a card, you know, right after my son is born and kind of, you know, get back to where I was. And, you know, I have a lot of unfinished business in the UFC, and that's kind of irritating me as well. So I like to get back there and get everything finished. But I mean, hey, I'm having a son on the week of Thanksgiving. My wife is due. So, you know, if any organization comes to me and says, we're going to give you enough money to support yourself and your family, then I'm probably going to sign the contract.
Isn't it crazy though, how, you know, 2-3 years ago, however long it was when you were, I guess maybe 3 or 4 years ago, when you were going into the UFC, it was like, oh yeah, this is it, upper echelon. And now it's like this time around, that PFL is really making a gunning, man. Like
yeah, dude.
I really like PFL, man. I think they're doing a great job.
I agree. I like them a lot as well. I think they're a very, very good organization. And I like, you know, a lot of people don't like the scoring system and the season style that they have.
They got things to improve on, though. You know,
I enjoy it though. Like I think that's how it should be. I think, you know, I don't think that just because, you know, you're on a 5-fight winning streak and maybe you did just beat the number 12 guy, that you should be able to fight for the belt next. Like you should be able to beat the guys, beat everybody, rack your points up, and then fight for whoever has the highest points. That's how it should go. It's a really, really cool idea as well. It would be cool to partake in as well. Obviously, that's why I'm kind of, you know, talking them up a little bit. So hopefully they see this and then be like, all right, yeah. But yeah, I like their style. I like Bellator as well. They're both obviously, you know, the pay seems to be equal right now with the UFC as far as, you know, starting out for new signees. So that's always something that's piqued my interest. And as of right now, it's something I have to focus on because, I have a son coming in Thanksgiving. So yeah.
Yeah, man, your boy's coming, huh? You super
Yes,
excited for that?
I am. I'm a little nervous. As of right now,
Obviously.
I'm just like, yeah, we're having a kid, I'm having a son, blah, blah, blah. But like, I'm sure the closer I get, the more nervous I'll get. But as of right now, it's just like, it doesn't feel real. I mean, like, I feel him kicking and moving and stuff like that in my wife's stomach. So like, it's a little weird because I'm not really sure. Like, it feels like it's an alien and whatnot. But yeah, I'm excited, but I'm also nervous. So yeah, I just want to be the best dad and husband that I can be. So I think I'm more nervous about being a good father and a good husband than I am, kind of being a fighter right now. So
Nah, you Daukaus is you guys are good people. Good people. I'll
thank you,
tell
man.
you,
Thank you.
you'll be a good dad, man. And
Thank you, man.
along with, the kid and the rest of 2023, 2024, obviously you want to get back up into the upper tiers after this belt, which is, Cage Fury is the upper tiers, man. It's the biggest regional, maybe except for LFA. But anyways,
yeah.
What are you like picturing if everything goes your way? What's a perfect 2023, 2024 look like for you?
Just finishing the year out with the belt, getting the belt on Saturday, having it, not really needing to defend it, hopefully getting a call to either fill in, not really short notice, but kind of just getting signed anywhere is kind of what I'm looking at right now. Mentally, I mean, I always want to keep winning, obviously. I'm not really a big fan of the short notice fights and whatnot, but if they offer me something good and offer me something favorable, then more than likely I'll take it. But yeah, any organization by the end of the year is what I'm looking at right now. Hopefully I don't have to defend the belt. If I do, then so be it. I'll defend it. That's fine. But I think once I win on Saturday, that it'll just solidify that I'm the best middleweight outside of the UFC right now, like number one, and that I need to be in there. That's where I need to be.
And last one for me, just talking best middleweights. Sean Strickland, Israel Adesanya. It's UFC 293. What a nonsense fight that is. But who's winning that one?
I think Adesanya's going to run through him, honestly. I mean, Pereira did say that he thinks that Sean has the, one style to beat Adesanya. If anybody, is going to beat him besides Pereira. But I mean, I'm not really sure. Like the guy got put out in like a minute by Alex, and Alex went like 8 rounds with him. So I mean, I don't know. I think Adesanya will run through him, make it look easy.
You ever meet either of those two guys?
I saw Strickland at the PI a couple times. More so just like eye contact, not really saying like, "Yo, what's up, dude?" Just kind of walking past each other, kind of eyeballing each other, sizing each other up. But that's about it. Yeah,
he's a nut, man. He's a nut.
Yeah, no, yeah, he's crazy. I know that. Everybody knows he's crazy.
Yeah. And Kyle, before we get out of here, man, just with all the fans you guys have, the whole Martinez squad, Cage Side Press Gang, Cage Fury Gang, anything you would like to say to everybody? If so, the mic is yours, my man.
Yeah, just thank everybody for the support. I'm very thankful for everybody that's really, stuck with me throughout this, the hard times of fighting. It shows that they're the true family and true friends that I have, and I'm very thankful for everybody. And we're back in there on Saturday. We're coming out with that belt, baby.
Kyle Daukaus, middleweight title fight, September 2nd. Man, this Saturday, I'm excited. I will be there live and in person. But Kyle, thank you, my man. Everybody check it out. UFC Fight Pass, Cage Fury 124. Kick ass, my friend. Kick ass.
Thanks, brother. Appreciate it, man. Thank you.